What's up everyone, I'm Damien Reed and this is the official YouTube channel for Race Department. Today I have had the privilege of being able to get my hands on the as of yet released Fanatec CSL DD. This isn't a review, that's due next week, but today I wanted to share with you my thoughts and initial feelings of the CSL DD. Before we go into any detail, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can be one of the first to see our review of the Fanatec CSL DD next week. Whilst I'm on the subject of subscriptions, why not get yourself over to Race Department? There's a link in the description where you can join the 1.8 million sim racing fans. Discuss your favourite race sim, ask questions, help others, watch videos, share your rig builds, download mods and just have a jolly good time. Right, on to some juicy stuff. The Fanatec CSL DD will be available from November the 23rd this year. That's just in time for Christmas. It's a direct drive wheel compatible with PC and Xbox and will cost just £350 or £480 with the boost kit, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Fanatec described the wheel as the new standard, saying that the direct drive technology provides a heightened sense of realism from subtle sidewall flex to powerful self-aligning torque. They also claim that direct drive is superior, the clear choice of professional drivers and enthusiast sim racers. They aren't wrong. I don't know a single sim racer who would pick a belt or gear drive over a direct drive wheel. But I will put a caveat on that statement. Until now, direct drive wheels have been way more expensive and there has been no comparison between the types of wheels. If you're in the market for a direct drive wheel that costs £2,000, you aren't going to even entertain a wheel that's priced at £400. So whilst Fanatec are right with what they say, the CSL DD is a new factor to consider. But what is a direct drive wheel, I hear some of you ask, if any? Essentially, it's a motor attached directly to the steering wheel shaft, whilst other technology utilises pulleys and gears. The huge benefit with direct drive is that as the motor is directly mounted to the shaft, the driving sensation can feel more raw and authentic. I say authentic as wheels that use pulleys and gears will often have some kind of other mechanic to simulate feel, similar to rumble on an Xbox or PlayStation controller for instance. The CSL DD is by far the cheapest direct drive wheel on the market, similarly priced to high-end gear or pulley steering wheels. So with that in mind, trying to describe where this wheel fits becomes a bit of a predicament. If you as a consumer are already looking for a direct drive wheel, I'd assume you already have the funds budgeted for such an expensive wheel. I would say that the CSL DD is probably not the wheel for you. I say probably because if you went for the CSL DD, then you'd have money to spend elsewhere, like a selection of wheels, new pedals or a fancy button box. I would say that this wheel will be perfect for sim racers who already have an entry level to mid-tier steering wheel and have been looking with admiration at direct drive wheels for some time, but just can't come to terms with parting with their hard-earned cash. Anyway, back to this predicament. Yes, the CSL DD is a direct drive wheel, but it shouldn't be compared to other direct drive wheels on the market. In standard form, the CSL DD can deliver up to 5 Nm of torque, which is more than most, if not all, steering wheels that are priced less than £350. With the boost kit, you can expect 8 Nm of torque, which can only be delivered by direct drive wheels. However, these figures don't even come close to other direct drive wheels. For instance, the Fanatec DD2 delivers 25 Nm of torque and the SimiCube 2 Ultimate pushes out 32 Nm of torque. In the box, you get the CSL DD, a quick help guide, USB Type-C cable and some stickers. And I'm impressed with the build quality of the hub. It's not unrecognisable from the DD1 and DD2, but the metal finned body acts as cooling fans, which actually looks pretty cool. I've tried the CSL DD in several sims for a number of hours and I am impressed. It's not perfect, again more information about that next week, but I was pleasantly surprised with how the hub performed. Getting the right settings within Fanalab and within each sim was a bit of a faff, as there's no recommended settings on the internet, well, none that I could find anyway. Eventually I ended up with settings somewhere between the DD1 and the CSL Elite wheelbase, and whilst I could probably make it feel a little bit better, this approach provided me with a positive experience. In this bit of film I'm using the boost box and you can see that at times the wheels control where my arms go. With 80 Nm of torque you do get a really good driving experience. Next week I will provide my full review of the CSL DD what I think of the build quality, what can be improved, and more information about how it drives. But I will say this, if you can afford the boost kit, I'd recommend buying one. I've been Damien Reed, see you soon.